First part project. Tell 10 events that have changed your life. 1. This happened when I was 6 years old. I learned about the video games because of my older cousin. She's played Halo 3 and I played with her. Every day we finished the game once a day and I always killed myself in the last scene of the game to enjoy the complete level. My parents saw that I liked so much that, and then all of a sudden they give me an Xbox 316 360 Xbox 360 in Christmas when I was 7. 2. For a long time I asked my parents for brother or sister, but never happened. And one day when they were already married, I insist that they give me a dog. And then I was at the moment when my three dogs, Rex, Polly, and Mamba, arrived at my 7, 6, 7, 8, and 9 years old. When my cousins came, honestly, the first I didn't like them very much. My elder cousin, Eileen, liked to do things that would get us in trouble, and she always ended up being scolded, but sometimes I was fun. And now we get along very well, but she came very cool. And almost we don't do anything together. Then Daniela, our Elvin's sister, arrived, and from the beginning I liked her very much, and now she's my favorite cousin. She puts up my jokes and returns them to me. I have taught her many things to annoy her sister, and he play video games just like I with my cousin. When I was a child, then Renata arrived, which is like my sister. It is the youngest, but even so, she the one I take the most with along with love the most, and in the end, they were the sister that I asked for a long but better because I don't have to be with them forever. Inspiration for my parents was a very big change in a single day. My mom and I had to leave my dad's house, and every day for a year I had to get up at 4 in the morning and sleep at 12 in the clock because my mom needed to have two jobs. We had to move because of the separation from my parents, and it was a bit uncomfortable during the first 3 years because in those years my aunt also had problems with her husband, and so many of us lived in that house, and it was very heavy vibe, but it also made my family it's more unit again. When I found out about the books, it really because of a punishment for my mom. I had done purely an exam, so I punished myself with TV or Xbox, and she gave me a book, The Hunger Games, that my dad had already read to know if he that had read it or not, and the punishment went wrong. The next thing I knew, I ended up loving up, and after that I wasn't just books, but also comics and manga. When my grandfather died, I was the first time I had contact with the death and understood that people do not live forever with the consequence of illnesses and that a person could be really missed. During high school, I was bullied and hit for 2 years, but in the third, it was when I met the squad of nerds, who are my friends to this. So when I work in the restaurant, it was because I had nothing to do. Already had my certificate, and I was just waiting to take my university exam. So since I needed money to buy many things for a convention, I had that idea, and it went very well. For 6 months, and I become a boss of Pozole area, so much so that I already sent people of 14, 40 years old or older, and I took care of all the pozole in one shift by myself. Finally, I had always liked medieval movies, and when I saw that there were many people who dress up and played their characters, I wanted to do it too. I finished the Viking story that I had to wanted to do for a long time. I bought the things to do, then customs, and less than a year later broke many good things to do my life. Give me a friends of Mexico, Chile, Colombia, and Cuba.
Insectos ya no les temo más, aunque ellos puedan envenenar. De los valientes no tengo temor, porque todo se olvida en un abrazo.
Que todo se olvida en un abrazo. Asustado, asustado, tenía miedo, pero ya no. Asustado, de pies a cabeza, pero ya no. Tenía miedo, pero ya no.
Huesos, es nuestra oportunidad de escapar.
Yo ya no le temo un gran temblor mientras no se abra la tierra. Serpientes no me dan temor si no me muerden ni dan pastel.
Si no lo muerde ni dan pastel.
No temo la mano del terror mientras mi nariz se parte en dos. Si no veo tierra miedo da, pero es peor ser comido por la vaca.